Ciao Juventini of the world, we are back finally with a real game. Atalanta was trying to win versus Juve. We had a lot of pessimism and negative around Juventus after the defeat 3-0 versus Barcelona, where I was reading so many negativity around our team. Today we proved with our players, with a few days more in their legs, that we are still Juventus. We are back. What a beautiful team, what a different team, playing vertically, playing faster. What an offensive trio. Ronaldo on the left, Dybala falso 9, Federico Chiesa on the right. Guys, there are not a lot of teams in the world that are blessed like Juventus is to have that magnificent trio there. But most of all, I'm happy to find you back on the channel for a real first game. Still a friendly, because the first game will be next week versus Udinese. But happy to have you back on that first real post-game live. I was there for the pre-game on the Juventus Twitch channel. I did a live reaction there as well, together with Marco from IFTV. It was super fun. We celebrated like a real game. It was not a friendly in our mind, it was a real game. But let me say hello to all the people in the chat. Ciao to Wasi, who's back. Ciao to Tony G, who's saying ciao Beppe. Ahmed is there. Elias. Giuseppe from Canada, my brother, my friend from Juve Canada. Follow him on Instagram. He's saying ciao fratello Juventini. Giuseppe, sempre forza Juve fino alla fine. First donation of the evening, thanks to my great friend Chris Perotta, who is following the channel since so long time. Locatelli, Locatelli, okay, I'm done. Wait, it's a matter of days. Locatelli will even reinforce. But the man of the match, we have a newness this season on the channel. The newness is that you will be able to give the votes, the ratings to the player, because last year I know that some people were not always agreeing with what I was voting, so I decided that the one that will take the responsibility of the votes, of the ratings, will be you. You will be also rating and voting for the MVP of the game. I have one man in mind of MVP of the game. I will not reveal it immediately because I don't want to influence. Before starting with analyzing the game, analyzing the players, the performance, what Allegri did well, what we are missing, because not everything was perfect, absolutely not. Let me already know with words, who was your MVP? I have a man in mind, and it's not Bernardeschi, even if Bernardeschi, like Aman is saying, not one, not two, but 3 rockets. What a rocket from outside of the box. Boom! In the left top corner. Impossible to save for Musso, the goalkeeper of Atalanta. Impossible. He can try and he can jump how many times he wants. Never. Because Bernardeschi changed his number for 33 to 20. The same number he had with the national team. Do we believe in Bernardeschi? Do we believe? Ramsey, Bentancur, De Ligt, Szczesny, Bernardeschi, Dybala, Saba. Great. I love when you're writing De Ligt in the right, correct way. We have to learn that. Julian Dos Santos with Julian Juve. Today, he was on the LED. Thanks to Socials, because they organized everything. Socials was amazing. They let us, the fans, vote for the shirt of the game. The fans, they voted for the home game shirt. I voted for the away, so I lost my vote. We voted for the flags. The fans were with their Twitter nickname, they were on the LED. There were also the possibility, guys, if you didn't do it, I'm not sponsored by Socials, so I'm just telling you, download the app, register, and then you will have the ability and the possibility to put a code. It is code 88, because with that code you will probably be able to win exclusive signed Juve merchandising. Don't forget that. Nobody can pay that. So how are you doing? I see a lot of comments. Bernardeschi as a substitute, yes, from Mark 1. These are already other comments that we were reading last year, because last year it was Bernardeschi out. We see La Charella, who is already saying Bernardeschi resurrected. resurrected, because he's a new player, he's a new man. Pay attention. Pay attention. It's still a friendly, it's still the beginning of the season, but we saw things that we didn't see since long time. We have to be honest. Ranocchia, Pellegrini, and Fagioli were great today. I hope they stay. John Serino, I will already answer you. Fagioli, Ranocchia, they will probably go on loan after the game of Udinese, because we need some answers in the midfield. Pellegrini will probably also go on loan, so I don't believe that the three of them will remain at Juve this season. Paolo is back, played well in the first time in that falso 9 role. A lot of people were saying Allegri never played in all his career as coach with the falso 9. We don't believe that he will use that role, even if it is for Dybala. Today he played and he did really great. And Allegri, again, some people were saying he was on holiday for 2 years. He didn't have more experience abroad or in another club. Probably his old style, and we will forget and we will see some boring football. Today I saw everything except of boring football. We have beaten Atalanta, that has normally the same condition as Juventus, and at a certain moment, they were having the possession. I agree with that. But we did really, really great. Really great. Man of the match, Kulusevski, for being selfless. Or Chiellini, because it's his birthday. I didn't see some selfishness from Kulusevski. He entered in the second game. Let's see. Pellegrini declining every year. I had hope for the guy, but sadly not Juve material. But I always said that, if you follow the channel since long time, I always said that Pellegrini is not Juve material. Not a bad player, absolutely not, but he's always doing great in preseason, and then injuries, or is not able to keep and maintain his promises. This season he didn't even do great in preseason, Tony. He didn't even. So Dybala played good football. Preseason goggles, beer goggles, pay attention, guys. Halma. We have to be Halma. I agree with that, because then we will see some optimism for Scudetto. We don't have to react on single games. I told all of you, even if I was on holiday, but I made a live about it. No, I made a video about it. We don't have to be depressed and sad because we lost versus Barcelona 3-0 with not a beautiful performance. We don't have to be now the champions of the treble because we beat Atalanta still in a friendly. Even if Gasperini was pissed off after the game, he was pissed off. So before going in player, I'm really curious to know the first poll of the evening, and we will speak about the super counter attack, not only from Cristiano Ronaldo, but from the team. And I will debrief you what happened for the people that didn't have the opportunity to see it. But let's start with the first poll, who is actually the MVP. And the MVP, I will put some options. Dybala. I will put Bentancur. I will put Ramsey. And who can we put else? So I have already 3 men. I have Dybala, Bentancur, Ramsey. We have 4 options. Ciao, Nicolas. The shirt is fire. It is fire. I love that shirt so much. Give me another man that I want to put in as a 4th option. Chiesa, De Ligt, Chiesa, Bernardeschi, De Ligt, Berna. Chiesa, De Ligt, Quadrado, De Ligt. Quadrado didn't play bad. Chiesa, De Ligt. I see a lot of De Ligt. Chiesa, Quadrado, Kulusevski. I see a lot of De Ligt. Let's put De Ligt as 4th option. So we go. 4 men that you could choose. Who was the MVP of tonight? Dybala, Bentancur, Ramsey, or Matthijs De Ligt? I want the maximum of votes. We are 388 people on the channel. Maximum of like. Don't forget, that's really important if you want to support the Juve channel. Super important. And vote. Vote. I will reveal you in a few seconds who my man was, and I will tell you also why. At the moment, I am not winning, because if we look at the result a bit closer, at the moment, Dybala is winning with 38, De Ligt 35, and then we have 16% for Bentancur and Ramsey 11. But we still have time. We will check in a few seconds about the ratings. So, Why Ramsey? I will explain why Ramsey. But can we speak about the game? The game, for the first time, Allegri was able to put an 11 that looks like a real 11 that will play versus Udinese. That's a good news. We are missing important players. Don't forget, surgery of Arthur will be out for a long time. Injury for Rabiot that should be back already versus Empoli, but probably will not be risked because then we have already the annoying international break. So we'll probably see him entering versus Napoli. Grazie Lasciarella, who's saying, is this Dybala year? Dybala MVP, that his choice? I made a video a few weeks ago before the contract talks, before the game of today. It was, I believe, the first day of Dybala in training session. The 1st of August? No, when was it? The 14th of July. 14th of July. I made a video where I said this will be the year of Paulo Dybala. You know that I have been really harsh on Dybala the past seasons. I believe that it can be finally the year of Dybala. He has no choice. It is this season where he will have to prove a lot of things. So, speaking about the game, Allegri put an 11 that looks like a possibility to be the one versus Udinese. Without McKennie starting, by the way, McKennie didn't have a great game. We'll speak about him a bit later. And with Ramsey, the big question mark. The big question mark of Allegri. The bet. Will Aaron Ramsey be able to play in that regista role? After Monza, the first time he played a few minutes there, we were not convinced. After Barcelona, we were not convinced. And even Allegri was not convinced after Barcelona. He wanted to stop with that test. But then he's able to see the players in training. And in training, he had other answers than the ones that he received versus Barcelona. We don't have a lot of choices because a lot of our players are not available to play in the midfield. We are still waiting for Locatelli. Locatelli will arrive. But Allegri said, you know what? I will persevere because my idea is to transform Ramsey in a good player. A player that we can use. Hopefully, if he remains healthy, because that's another question mark. And today he won. He won his bet because I don't know the ranking at the moment. He's losing, but Ramsey was my man of the match. My man of the match because he played really long today. He received a lot of minutes, more than just the first half. That means that he was impressing Allegri. He played well in defensive style where Atalanta was pressing because it's a pressing team. He was really tackling a lot. But also he has the ability to build from the back because he's an offensive player. He's always thinking forward. So I was really impressed by Ramsey, and it's not my favorite player. It's not the guy that I love the most on earth. I was probably the one, and I am probably the one that said, if we can have Ramsey out of our team, I would even be more happy. Today he convinced me. It is a friendly. We will have to wait real competition to judge. But today I think that if there is one player that we are sure that will start versus Udinese, it will be Ramsey. I don't know if you agree or not. Sakis agree with me because he's saying Ramsey was a bomba, great attitude. And Marco, he said Ramsey did terrible. I don't know if terrible is in a negative way, like really bad, really poor, or terrible like terrible. It's really great, grande Ramsey. I don't know. We believe in Bernardeschi. That's another argument that I really want to speak about. Paul, absolutely yes. But Juve is agreeing with me. He did well. Ramsey didn't play that bad. as well as Bentancur. And that's the second name I want to say. First, let me read a bit of comments about Ramsey, if you agree or not, because some doesn't see the football like I'm seeing it, guys. And I repeat, Ramsey is not my favorite player at all. Today I saw some really great thing in him. Mark is not. Mark is always reading and writing in the comments with a polite way, constructive, explaining the why. So I love to read Mark. He's saying, seriously, Beppe, Ramsey was the worst in the team. Not impressed. Maybe I saw the game differently. I maybe also take into consideration that he is not his position, and probably that's also why I'm praising him maybe more than he deserves of today, because let's make sure that nobody understands that I'm saying that Ramsey is the new Pirlo. It's two different planets, maybe, and probably two different universes, because Ramsey will never be the new Pirlo. But what he was doing today, I really appreciate it. Like Khalid Muhammad is saying, the famous quote of the channel, it is what it is, guys. Ramsey did a pretty good job at a position where he doesn't play. For Rihan George, Ramsey played really great. So we have a lot of people are saying he played great. Let me check still the vote. At the moment, Ramsey, he received a percentage more than Bentancur, but it didn't impress, because at the moment the one that impressed you a lot was Dybala, and a lot, 48% on 362 votes. So probably you are right, guys, because you are the one on this channel that are voting for the MVP, and you said altogether Dybala. I will speak about Dybala now before going into the other people. Dybala for me, let's read a last comment about Ramsey first. So we see Ramsey had a fine game while pressing and tackling, but he had issues with positioning. Atalanta constantly played behind the lines due to him. And probably you're right, Andrew, because if you are going even in the expertise of the role, he's missing that. And I agree with that. And that's probably what Mark saw when analyzing the performance of Ramsey. Probably you're right, guys, about that. On the other hand, I saw for a guy that never played there and that really actually not impressed me, and I would probably not have played him again in that role, I saw a lot of progression. It's the first real game that he played in that position, because versus Barcelona, he was a flop and he only played 45 minutes. Meanwhile, thank you to Steve Cano, I believe S-E-K, that if I'm not wrong, it's from Sweden. So grande Steve, if I'm not wrong. I think it's Swedish krone. So thank you to Steve Cano. Let me know, Steve, where you are from, if I'm wrong or not. Let me know even the city. But thank you for sponsoring the channel. I really appreciate it, my friend. And Dybala, I was really curious, because after his beautiful training in Miami, after a video that I made where I said that he would probably be the man of the season, the year of Dybala, like Lacerta was saying a bit earlier, muscular fatigue, not injury, fatigue for Dybala, where I said, unfortunately, here we are again, or shit, here we go again, like that famous meme. And it started to worry me a bit, to be honest, because he didn't play versus Cesena, he didn't play versus Monza, he didn't even travel with the team for Barcelona. It's 3 games where I said, what is happening? What is happening? But today, I was expecting him to play in the second half, and he started in that magnificent trio. And the goal that he scored is actually built in the mind of Massimiliano Allegri. I am praising the 3 players in the front, but it comes from the master plan and mastermind of Massimiliano Allegri. I will stop the vote, guys. It is clear for all of you that 50% on 418 people, so that means 209 people voted for Dybala. Great, guys. Amazing. Super happy with that. But I was expecting him to play in the second half, because I was sure he didn't have 90 minutes in his leg. Allegri played him immediately as a starter. Magnificent. I repeat and I explain the goal for the people that were not able to see and to follow the goal. What a beautiful goal, because we are defending at that moment. The balls come, Matthijs de Ligt, the wall, the beautiful Dutch guy, even more beautiful with short hair, is coming nearly and closer to my look. We have to say what it is. Grazie Mohammed. Grazie Mohammed. I will read your comment in a second. Let me finish about Dybala first. But header of de Ligt, it comes to Ronaldo. Ronaldo is centrally. And you see the two small guys. Smalls, way to say. You see that Chiesa is going to the right. Dybala is running to the left. Not too much wide. Just what it needs to actually open the defense of Atalanta. Counter-attack, playing fast, forward. Only thinking at one thing, forward. Stopping with building from the back. Back pass FC, a word that I even tried to ban on the channel. Back pass FC was over because Ronaldo went as an arrow. Flash. He went and then he had two choices. Dybala or Chiesa. Let's be honest. The pass that he's giving to Chiesa is absolutely the right choice. But he's missing the pass a bit. Because it's putting it a bit too much pressure in the ball. Where Chiesa has to do one step on the right. Because normally Chiesa, he would never go on the right. He will go straight. We know Chiesa now. We studied him for 1 year. We had that pleasure to see him. He goes with one step to the right, and in one touch, he's giving it an amazing ball, an amazing assist to Dybala. Dybala jumping like it was probably the last ball that he would ever touch. Left foot. He hits the post. Goal. This is an Allegri action, something that you will see a lot of time. And if for the one that are following Juve since some years, you probably remember these kind of counterattacks versus Bayern Munich, Cuadrado, Morata. Do you remember? Let me read and then we will analyze your MVP, the one that you decided, guys. Mohammed is saying, I am more impressed with Juve quick moves. They find each other faster. Once we set our... Wait, let me read. Once we set our main 11, we will find a better balance. We have more solutions now. We will go slowly to the different solutions because you know that I saw something really incredible. When Dybala was out, we had a Morata. And when Morata was in, what was the biggest change? The biggest change was Cuadrado, that for the first time started to go a bit more up and cross. We didn't see any cross, and I'm speaking about the traditional cross, you know, from the wing, cross. Now he was doing that. And this is the comment of Mohammed. We have, and we are missing some men, they are not at the top of their condition, but when we will have all of them, we have a lot of solutions, because playing with Morata offers you other solutions than playing with a Dybala. But Dybala did really, really well. Grazie, Paul. Grazie, Paul. So going back to Dybala, great movements of Dybala, playing as a falso 9, a theory that I was thinking that Allegri would use, but a lot of people were trying to convince me that we would play with a 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1 we will see in some occasions, probably in some parts of the games, but we will not see it as a starting plan. No, we will play with a 4-3-3 where in non-possession Chiesa will drop down a bit, and we will have a 4-4-2. Non-possession, 4-3-3, if we have the possession of the ball. And this is what really I think Allegri will work on. Why was I thinking that? And why is it happening? Because Allegri, with young guys or with the other ones, we still played with the same men. Beautiful movements of Dybala. He celebrated with the fans. He was happy about his goal. We see that it's really difficult for the defenses of the other teams to have some understanding where the strikers of Juventus, where the offensive players will be. Because at certain moments you saw at the goal that Dybala went totally on the left for a player that loves to go on the right. Don't forget that. So I think that Allegri said, keep distance from the right side of the field, because this is more the territory of Chiesa. Chiesa on the right, Dybala and Ronaldo changing position. It's hard for defenders like a Demiral that was probably impressed by being in his stadium, his ex-stadiums with a lot of fans, and he suffered Dybala. Dybala was great in possession of the ball, keeping the ball, watching, and also going up and down. He didn't drop too much. And this is already something that I like, because this is one thing that a lot of time I am criticizing Dybala about, is that he's dropping too much. And today he was not doing it. And that's a really great thing. Dybala was amazing for Mike. Ciao, Mike. Welcome back. Happy to see you again. The way he builds up play and his creativity is amazing to see. I am super impressed by his goal and his will to go forward. This will be his year for sure. This is actually, without reading your comment up front, this is what I believe. What I believe that will happen is that mentality of thinking forward. What I saw today, guys, and you can say whatever you want, I will try to read as much as comment as possible, is a whole different Juventus. Absolutely, yes. Grande. Ron Rusitano, my big brother, the one that looks like me, but the beautiful version of Giuseppe. Grande Ron, who's saying Dybala's performance was a big relief. We all wondered if he was ready. Now we know. Now we know. Thank you for the donation, Ron. It's much appreciated. You know, guys, you don't have to. I try to read as much as comments as possible. But thank you for the support. Really, thank you for the support. It helps me a lot, and it's amazing. Thank you, guys. So, continuing with that, it was a big question mark. I was not... To be honest, I was not worried about the performance of Dybala. I was worried about his physical condition today. I will tell you the truth. I was not 100% sure if he would have kept his standards of 2 years ago, or if he was ready to have some minutes in his leg. And you saw that if you saw the video I made, I told you clearly about one thing about Dybala, why he went to Miami, to the foot doctor. He went to Miami to train, especially to analyze where he failed last season and where he wanted to train. It was having actually that intensity from the moment he has the ball. You know, the boost, like if you love cars, the turbo. When you are actually, you receive and boom you go, boom you go, boom you go. That one-touch acceleration, that's what he was training, what he was missing. And if Dybala is missing in that, probably will have he's not the same player. And you saw immediately that Dybala had that today. So that makes me really, really, really pleasure to see that Dybala is there. Today there were a lot of rumors about Dybala. Guys, I told you Dybala will sign. It takes a lot of time. It makes sense. A lot of players are there. So time. Locatelli, Dybala, Quadrado extension like we did with Chiellini. Remember, Chiellini, you were all saying he's finished, he's over, he will not extend with Juventus, he will go to Real Madrid. Guys, Francesco Finocchiaro is there. He's saying, Beppe, allo stadio ho visto una bella Juventus. Francesco Finocchiaro, he was at the stadium today. He told me on the Juventus Twitch channel a few days ago when we were speaking with Enrico Zambruno and Claudio Zuliani, and he told me he would be there for the first game at home, 10 years at home this year. We'll have a lot of surprises in coming weeks because we will do some beautiful celebrations. It's already a spoiler, but I will not tell you too much. But Francesco told me, so I'm happy that Francesco from the stadium in Torino is coming on the channel telling us that he saw a really beautiful Juventus, because this is what I saw. And I like George, I can't wait for the Udinese game because I'm super pumped up. We spoke about Dybala. We spoke about the alternative, Morata, that is changing actually the way that we play. We spoke about Ramsey. I want also to speak about Bentancur, guys. Why did I put Bentancur in the 4 possibilities of man of the match or MVP? Because Bentancur was already another player than with Pirlo. He was totally lost with Pirlo. I was thinking that I jinxed his career. Why? Because from the moment I bought his shirt at the end of 2019-20, the last months with or weeks with Sarri, he disappeared. He was really, really bad. Let's be honest with that. And last year with Pirlo, it was a disaster. Why was he a flop with Pirlo? Because he was alone, and I try to defend him sometimes, not saying that he played well, because he was really bad. A lot of goals that we conceded, like for example versus Porto, were also his own fault. Don't forget about that. But today Bentancur played a totally different game. Until he had some energy. I saw a Bentancur that was thinking forward, that was doing a lot of recuperation, that was a bit more in the game, involved in the game. I was really, really happy with Bentancur, and I think that I'm not sure if he will be a starter, but I believe that we will see Rabiot on the left, Locatelli in the middle, and there will be a fight between McKennie and Bentancur. I believe that McKennie should start. If it's not maintaining the promises or the expectation of Allegri, I think that Bentancur will start there. Michael is saying, he's not agreeing with me, because he's saying Bentancur did not have a good game. I feel whenever he's most notable midfielder in the game, he becomes something different and thinks he needs to do spectacular things when he's a simple player. Let me know the comments about Bentancur. Are you agreeing more with Michael he's saying that Bentancur didn't have a great game? Or are you more in my analysis that he did well today until it happened? Meanwhile, I will answer Punzara. What happened to Rabiot in training before Barcelona? He slightly injured himself. Not something to be worried about. He will be there soon, but he will miss absolutely Udinese and probably Empoli as well, even if we are not sure about Empoli. I saw a comment of Daniel, my Bentancur and Rabiot hater. Let's discover together. This is Bentancur I want to see. He fought, he ran, and he was aggressive. Guys, we are 379 persons on this chat at 11:05 Italian-Belgian time. We are assisting a miracle. Daniel Prusak, the #1 hater of Bentancur and Rabiot, who's telling me that he saw some beautiful things of Bentancur. I love that. I take that. Grazie. Aziz John, who's supporting the channel, who's saying Ramsey almost scored an own goal. It's true. It's true. It's actually true. I saw, because first he did a great thing there, and then he was about to score an own goal. I remember a bit the Cuadrado header towards last season, and that Chesney saved. I remember that. But it's true, Aziz John. And then we have fitness in a minute. I should do that as well. Instead of eating Snickers, I took my bad behavior from last season again. Fitness in a minute is saying, Ciao Giuseppe, the team has good vibes. And it was a long time ago that we couldn't speak on the post-game full-time reaction videos with that beautiful spirit, that beautiful smile. So we spoke about Bentancur. I was waiting to see some comments of the people. Bentancur had an amazing potential, although I don't think he's there yet. No, I agree, Khalid. I agree. He still need to convince us a bit more. He's not there yet. Bentancur mediocre. Bentancur evolved in the match. A lot solid performances. Bentancur was good. Beppe, what about Cristiano Ronaldo and his few performances? What do you think about him? I will tell you the truth, guys, because I try to be honest and objective. But wait, because I also saw a comment of Andrew. I love to read Andrew as well. Bentancur is best when he plays as a mezzala. Luckily, Allegri knows that. Yeah, he said it. He said it clearly. Bentancur is not a regista. Why? Because he needs 3 steps when he's playing at a regista. Bentancur, looking when he receives the ball, looking up, and giving the ball. This is 3 moments. He's not fast enough to play there in his head. So Yeah, but I saw another. So Bentancur is strong player, but not a dribbler and definitely not a scorer, but a good midfielder. Oh yeah, Mark, I agree with that. If we are expecting Bentancur to score goals or to dribble, man, then our expectations are wrong. But there were a lot of players like Tacchinardi, even if Tacchinardi then started to be really good in shots from the distance. That were not dribblers or crazy players, but did really well at Juve. Come ha giocato Ronaldo? Francesco Carrara is asking, how did Ronaldo play? So I will try to be objective about Ronaldo, because you saw I didn't put him in the 4 options for being MVP. Ronaldo did an amazing counter-attack, giving the first goal. Missed a bit the pass for Chiesa. Not too much. But I'm happy. I'm happy because if you saw the career of Cristiano Ronaldo at Real Madrid in the 9 years he played there, you know that Cristiano Ronaldo is a diesel. He's a diesel that in preseason he needs this time because he has a physique that needs time to be at optimal performances in terms of energy, pace, strength, focus, concentration. Last year was an anomaly. He started with the big boost, scoring and banging goals in the beginning of the season. It was crazy. We never saw a Cristiano Ronaldo starting that well as last season, where normally it's not playing bad, but he needs a bit more time to enter in condition, and he's growing with the months towards the Champions League. Last year was an anomaly. This year, I see a Ronaldo that is still a Ronaldo, whatever we want to say, but he's not there at the level yet. He needs time, and he will get there. So I am actually, to be honest, more confident and more happy, because who are the players that are really playing well today? Dybala. Dybala is a small physique, 1 meter 76, 78, I don't remember. Thin. These players, they go faster into condition. They don't need all the time. Players that are a bit bigger and so on, they need more time, okay? What do you think about the passing and ability to clear the ball? But I saw already a lot less building from the back. That is the trend in all Europe. Because I was reading as well the book of Allegri. He doesn't care about building from the back. If it's possible, we can do. But I saw a team that wants to play fast. Fast with the ball and having the ball and thinking forward. Grazie Mohammed, who is saying Ronaldo performance will show once every one around get their right role. Allegri focus formation, not worry about the legend. Yeah, that's what I was actually explaining. I'm not worried about Ronaldo because, you know, if you know the career of Ronaldo, he needs time. I'm not worried. He will play great. I see him smiling. I see him happy. I see him ready for this season. And that's what I need. Mentally, he's there. He's happy. Didn't score today. Who cares? Did he play the best Ronaldo game ever in his life? No. At a certain moment, he was even absent. So today, I would not give him an 8. I would not give him a 7. But I am not worried. I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy about Ronaldo. And if you see the 3 up front, the potential that they have, I think that up front we can sleep tranquilly. Tranquilly. You know what was impressing me a bit, and I don't know if defensively we will pay for it or not versus other teams, but today, and we will go slowly towards Lord Federico Bernardeschi. We'll speak about Chiesa as well, that didn't play great today. Today we played with, and I don't know if you know or not, with Bernardeschi and Ramsey in the midfield, and Bentancur. We were actually criticizing Juventus to have and to miss creativity in the midfield. How many times did you scream for Awar. Awar. You remember? How many times? Because we missed creativity. We missed players that were able to touch the ball, to control the ball, to give the ball. Today we're playing in the midfield with 2 offensive players, because a Ramsey, for example, is an offensive player. Bernardeschi is an offensive player. These are players that normally, at their standards, understand how to link up with their partners next to them when they are playing offensively. So this can be also a solution to play in the midfield with some players that had the ability to play and to touch the ball as it should. That can bring us a solution for the creativity that we were missing in the last years. Juve to win the Champions League. Diaco, you know that for me, I would never bet any team of the world to win the Champions League, because it's a competition that you cannot plan, and you will never hear me saying after a loss versus Barcelona that we are a disaster in a friendly game, or you will never hear from me after a win in a friendly game versus Atalanta that we will win the Champions League. So no. Ciao Tony Spontano. Ciao Tarek, who's saying, do you think we will set deep for the whole Sessone Allegri stay? If I think that we will set deep, but I didn't see a lot of playing deep. I think it is understanding the moment. There are some moments in the game where you have to play fast. There are some moments in the game where you have to control. Now, the game, to be honest, it stopped at the 70th minute, where we changed all the team except of Cuadrado, because he played 90 minutes. Otherwise, we played with a total different team. Gianluca is saying, and I will give you a fast answer, when will Caio Jorge start training with the squad? He came from Brazil to do the medical test. He flew back to Brazil to fix some administrational things. He came back, and now he was in a bubble, training alone, not with the team yet, because quarantine, obliged isolation. And I believe that next week he will start, maybe already tomorrow, with some parts, but I think that they are starting back the trainings of Tuesday, so probably next week, beginning of the week, we will see him with the team. The problem is that he had not been registered yet and officialized. Why? Because we are missing some documents from Brazil. From the moment that that will be done, he will be able not only to train with the team, but also to be there on the bench versus Udinese. Hopefully it will go fast. Hopefully. Still screaming for him, Beppe. The goal of Bernardeschi. What a goal. Guys, you have to sleep in India instead of staying awake that much. The goal of Bernardeschi. And ciao Gigi. Grande. È stata una bellissima partita. The goal of Bernardeschi, guys. I was with Marco. We were live. And I told Marco at that corner, watch out for the goal. It will be a goal. And it will be Bonucci that will score with a header. I was wrong about Bonucci. But we scored. But I would never expect. I would never have expected the goal from Bernardeschi from out of the box with that precision, because he was really precise. Beautiful goal. He didn't celebrate a lot. Ciao, welcome Matteo, and welcome Berus as well on the channel. Don't forget, guys, a maximum of like. I don't know if we have. We don't have a lot of like today. 263 likes. That's really not a lot. I'm not happy with 260 when we are more than 300 people. No, that's not great. But whatever. what was I saying? I forgot. I forgot what I was saying. I was speaking about Bernardeschi, the Lord. Beautiful. He changed his number. You know why players, they change their numbers? Because they are superstitious, and a lot. Then you have to have of course, you need to have the talent. If you don't have the talent, you can change the number how many times you want. You will never succeed. If I change my number on the back, I will not become a great player because I'm shit. But if you are a pro player, it means you are good. You can't be a shit player and being in Serie A. Then you have better player, you have elite, and then you have just good random average player that deserve to be there. He changed his number here mentally, and scoring that goal, he didn't even celebrate, but what a goal. That will give him confidence to start also versus Udinese, because we need men in the midfield. So no, a beautiful performance of Bernardeschi, not man of the match, let's not exaggerate, but also him being able to play quite well. Grazie, Evan. And now we are going towards an important question. If we arrive in March, it's a way of saying, probably from Evan, saying actually when it will count, what will be the real players that we will put actually as a starters. In my idea, if we sign finally Locatelli, I would put Rabiot on the left, Locatelli as a regista, and McKennie to the right. In that way of playing in a 4-3-3. Why? Because in non-possession, Rabiot will do the same job as he did with France. Covering Ronaldo, like he was covering Mbappe, Griezmann, and Benzema, and so on, but especially Mbappe that was playing on that side of the field, he will do the same job covering Ronaldo. Chiesa will drop down, and it will become a 4-4-2, non-possession, with Rabiot helping, because he will be actually the shield to allow Ronaldo not to drop down too much. I believe that in the middle, we will have then Locatelli and a McKennie. A Locatelli that will be able to recuperate the ball and with the right foot or with his left foot to change the ball with long passes. To understand if Chiesa is ready to run or if he can give it to Ronaldo, Dybala, Ronaldo goal, 1-0, we go at home. Can be a solution. If it's not possible to find those guys, what will happen is that McKennie, when we recuperate the ball with the Locatelli, McKennie will go up. Because what was one of the problems today with Dybala, falso 9? We are never crossing. Why are we never crossing? Because we have no density into the box. Because Dybala, falso 9, falso means fake. He's not a 9. Even if he played really well, he will not be the one that will be in the box waiting and scoring with his header. At the moment, statistically speaking, and it's true, it's a stat, it's a real stat, Dybala scored 0 goal with his header because it's not something that he has in his skills. He has a lot of other skills, not the one of scoring goals with his header. McKennie has that. McKennie is really great with his header in the midfield or in the box. So McKennie will be the one that will infiltrate, that will support and create some density there in the box. That's how I see an ideal midfield of 3 men. Then I see the comment of Forza J, who's saying, Giuseppe, don't forget about Arthur. And I'm not forgetting about Arthur. And I'm not forgetting about Bentancur, Ramsey, and Bernardeschi now. Because if we have these players, and probably there will be someone that will be out of the Champions League list, and that will be a big question mark, who will be put out of the Champions League list if Locatelli arrives. I really believe that we have really great backups. We don't need a Pjanic. We have great backups because Bentancur is there. And Arthur, that is not playing at the moment like Allegri wants. Allegri wants fast-paced passes and vertically. Arthur is one that is protecting the ball, but he can be a really great joker, and I'm expecting a lot as well from Arthur this year. Will he play as a mezzala? Will he play as a regista? Will he play both? Let's see. I'm really curious to see. Will Beppe lose subscriber if Ronaldo leaves Juve? We already, well, no, we didn't spoke about it live, but I answered a lot of time in the comments about that question. Guys, it's a Juventus channel. Players, they come, players, they go. If McKennie leaves, and you have some people from US, and by the way, ciao USA, and also ciao to the people from Canada that are a lot on the channel, but probably some will leave, and then you will sign, I don't know, a player from Norway, and then you will have Norway supporters that will come to support our players. It's open, it's out. Of course, Ronaldo is a big player with a lot of supporters. Today I received a lot of comments of people that were saying we came for Ronaldo and now we are here for you because we love the community that you build. Some people will leave, some people will stay, but if I would have had one Ronaldo fanboy or fans of Ronaldo that I converted to have a bit more sympathy for Juventus than before, my mission is completed, guys. That's my mission. If I could have converted one people in a Juve fan, I'm the most beautiful. I'm the most happy man of the world. That's my mission. Beppe, is it possible to win the Champions League with this team? Did you see yesterday Brentford Arsenal? It's one game, of course. 2-0 Brentford. They were not in Premier League since 74 years. Arsenal spent 58 million euro for Ben White. They lost 2-0. Football is 11 versus 11 on the field. Can we win? I don't know. I know, McKennie. I know. That's why I said Elias Solberg is not in first team yet. He's really young. We didn't make the same mistake as we did with Holland. This time we went really fast on the young player. He is really promising. I'm curious to see this year under 19, under 23. We have some talents there. Really crazy. Really good. Really happy. Who did we have to talk about? Grazie, Aidan. Who did we didn't talk about? Really fast. Look, Juventus will never lose subscribers no matter which player leaves. Juventus are supporters to any player. I agree with that, Mark. You know, it's a Juve channel. It's not a Dybala channel. It's not a McKennie channel. It's not Szczesny channel. It's not a Ronaldo channel. It is a Juventus channel. I lost Del Piero, guys. I lost Trezeguet, Nedved, Buffon 2 times. I'm here. My passion for Juve grows days by day, so it is what it is. The only thing I want is happy players in our team. That's what I want. Wait. Beppe, I like your video. Grazie, Nick. Grazie, Nick. I don't even know Ben White. Lol, Dragozin is better. I never heard about Ben White before. Probably because I don't care about that, about the Premier League, but it is what it is. Alexandro looked good physically, better than years. He's one of the key of our season. Who are yours? Yeah, I can give you mine, Tarek, but first I want to comment about Alexandro. Alexandro didn't play bad today at all. He was good physically. I think the fact that he found back a trainer like Allegri that trusted him and knew him for a lot of time, it's good. It's really good for him. He played also in Copa America. A lot of criticism. Alexandro is not my favorite. Alexandro is absolutely not my favorite because I saw a top Alexandro coming from Porto, losing a lot of value, offensive support. Today he did it 2-3 times, not yet enough. he will be the key because there is nobody else on the left. Again, that's probably one of the mistakes of Juventus, something that we have to pay attention to. But what are my key players? I believe that Dybala, but I already said it's not because of today. You know that I don't care about 60-minute performance and a goal. I said it already before. Dybala, I hope that there is a lot of hope on McKennie, and I hope he can realize that. Dybala, McKennie will be key this year. Really key. Now, will they maintain the level? I don't know. But they will be key. I expect a lot of De Ligt as well, because it's his third trainer and a great one this time, so I'm expecting a lot. Yeah, if you speak role by role, I speak about that. McKennie in the middle, De Ligt in defense. I expect more goals of De Ligt as well, because last year it was not enough. And Dybala. Well, and then we speak about Chiesa, Kulusevski, of course, but yeah. La Certa, no, I forgot the name, it's La Sciarella. Ronaldo fanboys, please leave. Now we don't need you. Fake tifosis have no place at Juventus fanbase. The time changes, La Sciarella. The time changes where all teams have temporary, I don't call them fake supporters, because we are a bit more old and we are used to support one team and not one player. But we have a lot of new generations coming and praising one player more than one team. This is in NBA, for example. It happens a lot where supporters, they support one player, and if the player change team, they change team. This is not my way of understanding football. Guys, I have it here. It will remain forever. So I will not say fake. I will call them probably temporary supporters. The danger if you support one player, of course, is that one day he will retire. And where do you stick to with your love? Because you can't. A player, if he has a really long career, really long, like a Buffon, you can support him for 20 years. Then it's over. A team exists since 1897. It's more than 100 years. I prefer that. And then you have a lot of people that are exaggerating, but it's not only Ronaldo. Ronaldo has, Messi has, Dybala has. It's a trend, it's a generation. But again, this is a Juve channel. And, you know, when people are exaggerating in these kind of discussion, I put aside and I block. Grazie, Tony, who's saying thank you for your work, Beppe. No, thank you, Tony, to you. The little free time I have, I spend watching GJustjuve, Forza Juve, and let's be the best version of Juve this year. It depends where we will put our expectations of Juve. I want to see another Juve in terms of fighting spirit. I want to see a Juve that understands which moment you have to go and score, which moment you have to defend. I don't want a Juve that has no idea what to do and looks totally lost, because at certain moments we lost concentration and understanding and DNA of Juve. But appreciate the kind words, Tony. By the way, my brother is called Antonino, Tony. So, no, it's really a pleasure. Thank you for the support, guys. I can't express enough how much I'm happy with that. Mohammad, players, fans, is mainly due to the legendary of Ronaldo versus Messi. You can't find many fans who follow players out of those two, like in millions. Yeah, it's a trend that became with Ronaldo versus Messi, because they were playing in La Liga, two opposite, Barcelona, Real Madrid. And then you fall in love with one or the other because they are totally different. Maybe next year they will play together. And they will maybe do the miracle of reuniting a lot of people, if I don't really believe that will happen. But it can be, yeah, it's true. Players fan more than team fans because of that. They opened an era, and tomorrow there will be the Mbappe versus the Haaland, where I already see some people hating Haaland or loving Haaland. It can be, it can be. It's true. Locatelli just liked Cristiano Ronaldo post on Instagram. Look at that. Locatelli, guys. Locatelli is coming. Locatelli, you know, the only thing that we have to doubt about is about his number. That's it. It's not about will he come or will he not come. It's about which number will he put on his back. 73, 21. This is the thing. Chiesa didn't play well today, according to me. He was good in the first 20 minutes of the game, and then he was really tired. Really tired. Let me read some comment. Beppe, Roma kept scoring 5-0. Are you scared of Jose Mourinho? No, I am not scared of Jose Mourinho, but he's working well of his team. I didn't rate them a lot. I start to see that he's doing quite great things with his team. Scared not, but I'm curious. I'm really curious. The president is in the house. Grande Presidente. I love Agnelli, guys. You know that I love Andrea Agnelli. He's saying, Grazie Beppe, I'm expecting you in the stadium someday. It's an order from your president. I hope I will not jinx it. I hope I will not jinx it, but I will try to do everything possible to be at the stadium for Juve Milan on the 19th of September. 1 month and 5 days to go. That's, yeah, I want to do that with a beautiful vlog, and from the plane to the stadium entering, I will go to the offices of Juve. I can't wait. I can't wait to be there. And then GTP, our friend from UK, who's saying, Ciao J, my fellow baldly. He's giving me a formation. Chesney, Danilo, that we didn't see today. Chiellini, De Ligt, Alexandro, Rabiot, McKennie, Locatelli, Chiesa, Cristiano Ronaldo, Dybala, domestic double, plus Supercoppa, plus the Europa League. Ooh, no, the Europa League. What Europa League? I think he said the Champions League. The Champions League, the Coppa from Europe, not the Europa League, but the Champions League. And we win it all with that team. Guys, I don't want to exaggerate, and grazie for the donation, GT, that is always putting the hashtag 39 in memory of what happened in the Ezel, guys, with 39 angels that passed away. I always want to reinforce the message that we have to respect all these, our history, and all the dramas in the world. On paper, and I will tell you immediately, on paper, we don't have the strongest team. On paper. But again, it's an 11 versus an 11. And everything can happen. And I saw beautiful things with Juve. Will we win 38 games on 38 in Serie A? No. Will we be able to win the Champions League? And I write it on a paper today? I don't know. But I believe that the players didn't appreciate what and how they played last year. And hopefully we can see another Juve. I'm sure we will see another Juve. Will we win everything like GT saying? I don't know. But we will try. And trying is already 50% of the achievement. If you don't try, you lose. Beppe, you are not reading my messages. I wrote your message, John. Ciao, John. I know, GT saying, no, I mean Europa League. No, he was meaning it. He was meaning it. So, domestic double, Coppa Italia, Scudetto, Supercoppa, plus Europa League. It can be. It's a prediction, guys. I would be really sad If we are out of Champions League, of course, in the group phases, then everything can happen. I believe and I hope that Juventus can be in the first two to qualify in the Champions League. I hope so, because otherwise it means that we are third. It can happen. It can happen. Hopefully you're wrong on that one, GT. Hopefully you're right. You're wrong. But what I really want to, and what I want today, is I really want winning Scudetto. That's my priority. It's empty here, and I don't like when it's empty here. I want our flag. I want the flag here. Juve fan for 30 years. Ciao Stefano. And he will be until he dies. Hopefully he will die really in million years from now. And happy to count on you, Stefano, until then. Ciao Hash. Do you think that Juve's management will succeed moving out of unwanted players? Because paying salaries to players that will never play is a big issue for our financial status. We changed management. We changed not only the men in the management, but also the philosophy. Some players will not be anymore extended because we are scared to lose them at zero. So they will organically leave because the end of the contract. But this year we knew that it would have been really difficult. Really difficult. Because last year we gave on the channel, we gave a name to the Mercato. We said Mercato Boomerang. That means you give away and they will come back. Rugani came back, De Sciglio came back, Douglas Costa came back, Piazza came back, a lot of players came back. We tried our possible with Douglas Costa, with Piazza, loan, giving away for free. I don't believe that we will be able to give away unwanted player. And it's not because Cherubini is next week, man, or blah, blah, blah. It's because nobody wants them. Why? Not because of the quality of the player. Yes, of course. But because of the salaries that we gave in a golden era that doesn't exist anymore. And it's hard. It's hard. Because Rugani that wins 3 million will be the top salary of Lazio, for example. Can you imagine a Rugani earning more money than Sergej Milinkovic-Savic or Immobile? It's hard, guys. So I think it will be really hard. Live from the stadium, from Allianz, I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Hopefully with a great internet connection. Allen, grazie for the donation. Saying, is that really Andrea Agnelli? I don't think so. Then everything can happen in life, but I don't believe it's Andrea Agnelli. I'm nearly sure it's a person that is using Andrea Agnelli's profile picture and name, but it's fun. It's fun to have. Like we have some Cristiano Ronaldo, or we also had Sarri, we had Pirlo. Then maybe it's there. Maybe it's them, but I believe Allegri will get the best out of Bentancur once again, and he will be one of the keys. He will have to fight again. I don't remember. I think it's Mark was not 100% impressed by Bentancur. By the way, Andrew, good night. Thank you, Andrew from Denmark. Wait, because I opened my knee today. I opened my knee. I don't know if you're able to see it. I opened my knee and it's really hurting because I touched it without thinking about it. I'm sorry. He will have to fight again to win his position. Now we will have to see if he's mentally strong enough to keep fighting. Because when it's great, it's fine. When it's hard, that's where we see the real man. It's true, I remember also the president of Napoli, De Laurentiis, that popped in the channel. That was really funny. Ciao, my friend Liam. I said he became a Juve fan in 2013, so that's nearly 10 years. Pepe, is Ronaldo flopping? He isn't performing well. We just discussed really long about Ronaldo. It's normal. It's normal. It's not flopping. Fagioli is very promising, great quality player. We spoke about the young players. Fagioli, we didn't speak yet about the young players. Ranocchia, Fagioli, they played a few minutes where the game was already over. We saw a beautiful thing of Ranocchia. I can tell you that Allegri was really impressed by Filippo Ranocchia, a player that has the ability to play with his left and his right, and is able also to score with his left and his right. And this is something that not a lot of players have. So great from him. They will probably be loaned out, guys. We have already too many players. Preferably be loaned out in a Serie B team that is already a level higher than a Serie C with the under 23. It's normal. It's normal. Faraoni, the best player of the world. Thanks to him, we are in Champions League this year. How can I do a donation? Massimo, first of all, you don't have to. You don't have to. This is really important. I'm happy already with people that are putting a like. A like is for free. Everyone can do it. If you want to support the channel, watch every single video and put a like on it. If you really want to do a donation to support even more the channel, if I'm not wrong, bottom on the right, you have a kind of dollar sign. You sign in, or you go with your phone, you click on it, and you have a super chat or a super sticker. It's quite easy to do, mobile phone or computer. But it depends also of the country. I don't know if you're able to or not. And then he's saying, why don't you read me? I was just reading you. Look, Andrea Pirlo is here saying, until this day, I'm watching my idol. I was a flop because Mo wasn't consistent enough. It's true. It's true. It's true. Mo, that was there yesterday in our live, in our midnight live. That was really fun with Mo. He's preparing himself for a great season. He bought a new computer, so we will be able to stream in a 1080p, better video quality with the videos of Mo, and a better sound with Mo. That will be really, really great. Ranocchia is super. Yeah, he's really talented. I agree. Will you buy Faraoni jersey if we win the Champions League this season? I tried to buy the old one, but the yellow was out and I really wanted the yellow. Icardi vuole la Juve. Icardi non ha mai nascosto questo fatto di amare, di voler tornare in Italia, e la Juve sarebbe stata una delle sue destinazioni preferite. Se arriva o no, non lo penso. I don't think he will come, Icardi, but does he want Juve? He never actually hide it. 274 people watching, 330 likes. Pepe the fenomeno. It's normal. 20 people comes in, people goes out, and after 1 hour and 15 minutes of lives, it makes sense. How would our Mercato go without Faraoni? Well, Mercato at the moment, if we look at stats, we didn't register Caio Jorge yet. We didn't sign Locatelli yet, so it's at zero Mercato. If Faraoni didn't score, maybe we would have sold Ronaldo, Dybala, Chiesa to Liverpool. Who knows? I have a question for you, but I forgot the question. My father is very poor. He saw Juventus losing 7 finals. It's true, but your father is probably rich because he saw more. He saw 9 times Juventus win semifinals. Quarterfinals. Round of 16s. Group stages. He went all in and then he lost in the final. It's true. I lost also a lot of finals. I have 2 ways to see it. Who's actually better? The one that goes out in a semi-final and we don't speak about them anymore, or the one that loses a final? Mercato non-existent. It's true, Jeff. It's true. It's hard. I remember the question, so let me try. Wait. I have to go there. Let me, because my other computer just died with the battery. I have a last poll before leaving, okay? It's an important poll, guys. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Huh? We need to hit 14,600. So let me go for the poll. Important poll. It's a big question, an important question I have for you guys. Here we go. So I'm in again. I will be able in a second to do the poll. Here we are. So Allegri, Cherubini, Arriva Bene, Nedved, and Agnelli, they said that it will be a mercato of opportunities because there is no money. We are living in a pandemic moment, a crisis moment, okay? But they said that they were confident that we had still a great team. They never said that we had the best team in the world, that for sure on paper will win the Champions League, okay? But that we had a great team already with the men that we had, okay? After what we saw until today, are you agree that we have a great team? Let's say with Locatelli and Ciao Juventini. Do we have a great team, or you are still saying no, because we didn't change enough and we had to change more? So, great team. Great team means competing in all the competition. I'm not saying winning it all. Scudetto, we need to win it. Okay? Yes. No. Not convinced. But possibly. 3 options. Yes, we have a great team. No, not convinced yet, but possibly. 3 options. Let me know, because now it's time to do a recap of what we thought. Sam is saying no, of course. I know Sam from the chat from last year, from the summer. If Sam would have said yes, probably we would have had another miracle on the channel today. So I was not expecting another one, Sam. But I'm happy that you are here. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world, to Sam. Jeff is support. Yeah, I know, Jeff, that you support since a long time. I hope 96 just when we won, not after we won, huh? Because otherwise that would be really pity. Great team. For Stefan is saying, Pepe, we should... who should be our free kick taker? But at the moment, it's not difficult, huh? At the moment. We have Dybala on the left, even if Bernardeschi is also able to, but it will be Dybala. Ronaldo on the right. Even if Ronaldo, he only scored 1 at Juve, and he should start to be to score a bit more, but Dybala is not good in free kicks on the other side of the field, on the left, sorry. So Dybala when it's on the right side, Ronaldo there. Then if we have another player that is able to take them with his right foot, welcome. But at the moment, I would change. But these were also the words of Allegri, yeah? So, what are you voting? I'm curious. I'm happy that only 12% on 100 are saying no, because 48 are saying yes, and 40% are saying we are not convinced yet, but possibly. And this is called hope. We see the light, but we are not there yet. And it's normal because we are only the 14th of August. So we have some time. I was curious. I was really curious to see your opinion about that. Probably if I would have done it last week versus Barcelona, probably you would have smashed your phone, your TV, and kicked me out of it. Totally understandable. Ronaldo has not yet scored a single goal yet. Maybe one but we need to change. If we are speaking about free kicks, he scored one versus Torino when he had his strange, beautiful ponytail. Was a bit strange there. You remember? It was a beautiful free kick versus Torino. Quite, not from a far distance, quite close, over the Torino wall. The problem is that we don't have really other players that are able to take them with the right. Pjanic was great. He's not there. Quadrado, no. Quadrado is not really... It's not really... He scored an amazing one with Colombia, top one. But it's not his specialty, yeah? As is John, before I end, because I will close. But then I agree, Mark, at a certain moment, Ronaldo, if he's only able in 3 years to score one, or he has to change his technique, or he has to give the ball to someone else. I agree with that. I agree. I'm not a big fan of Ronaldo takes all of them. Okay. FIFA temporarily suspended fair play. Let's add some money. Grande as is John. But FIFA suspended it already a year ago. Huh? So we knew already that there was no financial fair play at the moment because of COVID. They did worse than good. Juventus would never, the property of Juventus will never help Juventus with money for a player for the Mercato. They help, like now, unexpected financial loss due to pandemic. We lost 320 million. And they are giving it to Juventus, it's a loan, a long term, shareholders and property. 320 million, so we receive 300 million. But it's for an exceptional reason, not for Mercato. I will give you an example for the people that are saying, yeah, we are rich now with 400 million. For example, you become, I don't know, 18 years old or 21, and you go out of your parents' home, okay? You go out because you want to be mature, a man, a woman, whatever. And you think that you will succeed because you know everything better. You go out, try to find a job, you have an apartment, you have a car, you have everything, and then you lose your job. So everything was doing well, but then you lose your job, you have no money, and you are a bit ashamed, you don't want to ask to your parents to help you or whatever. And then you start because you can't pay your car, you can't pay this, you can't pay the rent of your apartment and so on. And at a certain moment, you have really problems. And you go back to your parents, and they help you. They give you that money to pay the car, to pay the rent of your apartment. If you have that money, guys, and if you spend that money to buy you new clothes, to buy you the PlayStation 5, to buy you, I don't know, electric bicycle or scooter or whatever, your parents will say, but what is he doing? He had problems to pay his rent and his car, and he's going to buy the new PlayStation 5. There is a problem. And that's what happened with Juve. Juve had a problem financially because of external factors that nobody on earth could plan. Property is helping them with the money, but it's not to go and buy Mbappe and Holland. It's because you need that money to survive. And that's why this year we would never do crazy things. It was logical. If you lose 320 million, you have to be aware. Now, you could have been an Inter supporter winning the Scudetto with players that were not even yours, like Hakimi and Lukaku, and for the rest of the team not even paying their salary because you had no money. And the year after, collapsing and giving away all your players. And then if you can tell me, yeah, but they replaced Lukaku with Dzeko and Hakimi with Dumfries, I will tell you, if we sell Ronaldo, and Chiesa, and I replace you with a 35 average player or ex-player and a promise, you would not be happy. So I'm proud of what Juve did, and I was not expecting more. Then if your expectations are others, then it's another thing. Buying Haaland is the best investment for next decade, in my opinion. Yes, but you have to have the liquidities at that moment. But he's a great player. Bernardeschi, did something happen today? Yes, a great thing. The change of number, the number 20, scored an amazing goal. Guys, 1 hour 25, it was an amazing post-game, full-time reaction. I'm happy that we can vote. Let me check, by the way, the result of the vote. 48% yes, we have a great team. 41 not convinced yet, but possibly 11 says no. So I will stop the vote. Can we stop the vote? Yes. We had 347 likes. That's great. That's what I really appreciate. Thank you, guys. We are in closing time. I had an amazing game, pre-game on the Juve Twitch channel. I had a great watch-along together with Marco. I had a great and even better full-time reaction with you. I hope you liked. I really like the polls, that it's a bit more interactive. We didn't do the ratings, but you voted Dybala MVP. Grande. Share the channel with all your friends, because this year I want to go to 20k. This is my announced objective. We're already mid-August. Give it to all your family. When you're at home in a family party, whatever, if you are a young guy, young girl, or if you are already parents, take the phones of all your families, you take YouTube, you open, you subscribe to the channel. Let us grow. Let us arrive to 20k, guys. We will try to do splendid things. I will do a Serie A Fantasy League. I already created it, where I will give away a shirt to the winner, but also some stickers, some t-shirts from GJustjuve. We have a Telegram group managed mainly by Mo El Tactico. We will do El Tactico videos. I'm working with Mercato specialists, maybe some videos. We will have some lives with other people. We'll do some nice things on the channel, so be there since the beginning. And the last message probably of the... Miss Tondelli is here. You were late today, but thank you. Thank you for being here. I'm happy. Thank you to you, Mark. Thank you, Tariq. Thank you, Ravi. We have Aziz John, who said after the game, Berna said that it was an accident. No. I'm not. I will have to check that source, as is John. I will have to check that. I hope he didn't say that. I hope not. I hope not. Javier Barça is saying, I am worried about our physicality. Oh, I thought you said your physicality. Let's see. Let's see. Hopefully not. That's my biggest wish. You know what's my biggest wish for Juventus is that we are able to play with healthy players. Then you always have injuries in a season there, but I want normal, low average injuries because of contrast on the field, but as low as possible. Because then at the end of the season, good or bad, we will see it. Thanks to you, Rob. Thank you, La Charella. Thank you for being so active to supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Steve Cano, as well. And now, at the end, he's telling me I had to wait 1 hour 28 before he told me, but Sweden, Gothenburg. I need to go to Sweden one day. I would love to. Ciao, Andrew. Good morning. Independence Day of India, so celebrate, guys, with the independence of India. Our other friend from Sweden, Ninib Baranto, our great friend since the beginning, moderator of the channel as well. Grande. I hope you loved it. Lester Titi, who's always writing the comments. Thank you, Tony. As a Juve fan, I always want to win the title every year. I will never be satisfied with top 4 or second place. I want a great team and I want to win the treble in the next 10 years. Let's work for it. Grazie a tutti. Forza Juve. Ciao.